Today we are honored to have Mr. Navin Valrani, who is Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Shirawi Group. He is CEO at Arcadia Education and a visionary business leader who has inspired thousands of people in UAE and all over, including me. I am fortunate to be reporting to him for 20 years. I got an opportunity to work with him for 20 years. I became a better person, better version of myself. So welcome Navin on this interview.
Thank you, Deepak.
Yeah, thank you. Tell us about yourself.
Oh wow! So with that introduction, it's tough to talk about myself. You've already set such a high benchmark. So I am a product of this great city of Dubai. I have been raised here, did my schooling here, went on to university in the United States, came back, and then have been with the Shirawi Group since January 8th, 1993. So a long time, 32 years with the one group, and had various roles. And today I happen to be the group managing director, as well as the CEO of various verticals, namely the engineering services side and the education side.
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks, Navin. So this interview is for, that it is about my book, which is my second book, The Alignment Code for Entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And how you feel that alignment is important in, let it be entrepreneurship or personal life?
I think it's really the foundation of a human being's success. Aligning one's mindset with one's life goals, one's business goals, and ensuring that your mindset and your support system is aligned in order for you to achieve those goals. And those goals can be micro goals. Goals, we have daily goals, we have weekly goals, we have monthly goals, and we have life goals.
Yeah, true.
And it's important that you align various aspects of your life. Often we differentiate between personal and business, but when it comes to alignment, I would say that differentiation or that separation should not be there, because in order to succeed in your business goals, your personal goals need to be aligned, and vice versa.
Absolutely, very true. Yeah, very true, Navin. Alignment, like the word which I am using, is an acronym.
Yeah.
And first word of alignment is awareness. So how you give importance to awareness in, you can say, life of entrepreneur, success to turn as a, you can say, successful business and having right team. And awareness, particularly I'm using 3M, mind, money and market.
So as a leader, awareness for me comes through empathy. The ability to understand what your team members are going through in their respective contexts. And in the early part of my life, and for many leaders of organizations, we tend to standardize, right, policies and procedures.
Sure.
But the fact is that each individual working with you, working for you, working alongside you is on their own journey and is an individual. So as a leader, it's very important to understand their, what their context is, what their life goals are, and whether you as a leader are able to provide them with those opportunities while ensuring that you bring success to all the stakeholders within the organization. So awareness of mind, I would say, is first and foremost, and always has been in my life, to the ability to try and really empathize with those who work with me. When it comes to money, so money is important, but I've always encouraged people not to measure their life in terms of money or the quantum of money. Money is important, but is a means to an end. And one, again, for each person it's different. In the initial part of your life, like in my life, money was very important because you needed to put food on the table.
Absolutely, true.
But once you cross a certain level, it's not about putting food on the table. So then you have to question the why behind why you're making the money.
Yeah.
And I would say money is a means to create impact, and you've got to decide what that impact is for you. And when it comes to markets, obviously markets, the ability to, the awareness of which markets you're serving, what audience you're serving, and whether that's personal or professional, right? Even when you're delivering a speech, you need to know who your audience is.
Absolutely true.
And similarly, when you're writing a book or when you're running a business, what is your target market? And what's the size of that market? So awareness is absolutely a foundation for success in life and in business.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for your insights. Now, next word is leadership. So what role has having a clear purpose played in building a major business and personal decisions, as well as how importance you give as a leader? What is the importance of leadership in a business?
So purpose is an interesting word, right? So you read textbooks and you go to seminars and people talk about this great purpose that drives individuals. But I would say, at least when it comes to my life, I've had purpose, and that purpose has largely, in the early part of my life, been around my immediate family and my children, and ensuring they get a good education, they get the right values, and I give them the foundation to succeed. But purpose shifts, and one has to be comfortable with the shifting of purpose.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that shift happens very quickly and very rapidly. And I would actually encourage people to stay away from a one single cast in stone life purpose. One needs to be very, very open to pivoting on their purpose, depending on how one's context changes, both personally and professionally. And you're a perfect example of that, right? So one has to have that open mind on shifting of purpose. When it comes to leadership, really it is, to me, a bedrock of success in any type of context, in any type of organization, any type of team. Leaders need to inspire. And I think there's no two ways about that. They need to lead by example. They need to be role models. Life for an effective leader is not easy, because you constantly have to be the role model that you expect others to follow. Even in a family context, if you are a breadwinner, if you're a parent or mother or father, it's very easy to turn to a child and say, do this and do that. But then you're going and doing something exactly the opposite. So I've always believed in leading by example. Very rarely, and of course you worked with me for so long, very rarely am I authoritative. At least I hope I'm not, because I tend to empower those around me. I trust them, and I then lead by example. And hope that they pick up a few things along the way, and I've made a difference in their respective journeys for them to achieve their organizational and personal goals.
Absolutely, yeah. So I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He says, lead yourself first, and then others will follow you.
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah, well, and I've learned a lot of leadership lessons from you.
Yeah.
Next word is integrity. So it says integrity is said to be the foundation of leadership. How do you personally maintain alignment between your beliefs and your actions, especially during difficult decisions or difficult time and circumstances?
So integrity is, to me, connected to my personal values. And when those are violated in any way, I am misaligned. And when I'm misaligned, obviously it leads to stress, and stress has other sort of effects. So I've now reached an age where I know when I'm misaligned, and when the fundamental bedrock of it is a violation of my values, and as a result, my integrity. Now, with integrity, there's also the question of ethics, and ethics is so personal, right? So we know what's legal and what's not legal. It's written in stone. But when it comes to ethics, there are lots of gray areas. And what one's gray areas are is very individual. And really, over time, your ethical boundaries will change depending on the experiences that you've gone through. So for many of us, our ethical boundaries originate from our family context, from our religious context. But as we go through life's experiences, those boundaries change. So one again needs to be aware of that and maintain that type of flexibility, but ensuring that your core values are never violated, because that leads to stress. So when you are stressed, when I am stressed, when I'm having a rough night in terms of sleep, I know that something's not right, and I've got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Because your mind and body will reflect it.
Exactly.
And one thing my mentor used to share, that core values or ethics are coordinates of our GPS. It guides us our life, correct?
Yeah.
Doing what we do.
Yeah,
so very
important.
True. Yeah,
so important.
The third word is growth. Now, what has been your biggest personal or professional growth breakthrough, and how did it reshape your leadership approach?
So this is interesting, right? So I have learned through so many people around me, including you. It's difficult when you're asked what is that one growth moment, and when you have to. I mean, I'll identify at least one. But really, life has been a journey of learning through great people for me.
Absolutely.
And those people come in various shapes and forms, and each one provides this growth for me. You provided tremendous growth for me. We traveled together, we traveled the world, we went to the United States, we went to the UK, and I grew on those trips. Similarly, there have been others, but I would say when I turned 40, which was 13 years ago, I took stock of my life, which a lot of people do when they hit these milestone dates. And I decided at that time there were certain goals that I wanted to do. Just because as a child I wanted to do it and I had never done it. One was actually doing my MBA. So when I signed up to do my MBA, it was just a child's dream. But that one decision ended up expanding my vision, because I was around people in my class, in my cohort, that were ambitious. I learned a set of skills, that I can learn even sitting at home. But the fact is, when you're around these people in person, ambition is contagious. And I came out of that and did multiple acquisitions for the Shirawi group, which led to success, including the acquisition you and I did.
Yeah.
And that really came out of that MBA program, because I knew that we could grow through acquiring.
Absolutely.
And that was really has been critical for the success that we've seen in the last 10 years.
Thank you. And seeing you studying in MBA, I would say I restarted my study from different mentors, and I was fortunate you selected me for London Business School, so I have experienced 1 month, and that was turning point in my professional career. I started thinking differently when I have gone through that experience.
No, I remember that.
Thank you. Thanks. So growth is always, entrepreneurship or any business is a growth. It should be growth driven, correct? It should not be circumstances driven.
Yes.
Because circumstances will keep changing.
Yeah, of course. And growth is so important, because if you don't provide people with opportunities of growth, they won't stay with you.
Absolutely.
Right? And they should not stay with you.
Yes.
So you've constantly got to think about, how do I provide opportunities of growth to individuals?
Very true. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Navin. Next one is networking and nurturing. So my question is, you have built powerful network over decades. You are more than 3 decades in the business, entrepreneurship. What philosophy do you use when it comes to networking and nurturing long-term relationship in business?
So I actually don't like the word networking, because it is, to me, fundamentally against what I believe is the core of life, which is relationship building. Yeah. So when you say, I'm going to a networking event, you're saying, I want to go and have pretty much shallow conversations and exchange business cards. Life is more than just networking, and if you want to seek benefits, those come through deep relationships, which you build over time.
Absolutely.
And that's why I like the second word, which is nurturing.
Yeah.
Right? And you and I nurtured relationships internationally, and those happened over several visits, several meals, breaking bread together. So you nurture the relationship so that if you're ever in a situation where you need a favor, you need to pick up the phone, you need to ask for something, that relationship will pay dividends. But that shouldn't be the purpose of the relationship. The problem with networking is that the purpose is usually a relatively shallow objective. But if one networks with the purpose of nurture, so I would say network with nurture, with nurturing in mind. Don't network for the sake of networking.
So when you say, I can connect to something I learned from BNI, that networking should not be hunting, it should be farming. So when you nurture it, surround yourself with like-minded people, and following the giver's gain philosophy. So that's how I feel that networking, one should be surround himself, herself with those kind of people who always take them on a positive side. Thank you. Thanks, Naveen. Thanks for clarifying this. Next word is mastery. So mastery often requires constant learning, which I have seen you doing it. You are continuously updating. How do you personally stay ahead of the curve across different industries? And what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs aiming to build mastery? So I would say mastery in terms of positioning yourself as compared to competition.
So mastery is not a destination, and historically it's been seen as a destination. I am mastering a particular area. I become an expert in a particular area. The way the world has evolved is that mastery in itself is constantly evolving. Recently, I took a 8-week course in the use of AI and learned how to create custom GPTs. It was a skill I wanted to learn, so I went through 8 weeks of an online course. So there's the formal side, which you can do these days sitting in your computer, but I would still encourage people to go back into the classroom and really love to learn. You have to love to learn, because apart from the direct benefits and outcomes on your objectives, it also keeps you younger. It keeps your brain, it allows your brain to evolve. And people feel that development of the brain stops when you're a teenager or when you're in your early adulthood. It doesn't. So I think there's enough research now to the neuroplasticity of the brain. The brain is constantly evolving. So the ability to go out there and learn in both formal and informal settings, behind a computer or in person, going to events, meeting new people, exploring, traveling. These are all forms of learning and all forms of eventual mastery, which is again, mastery is constantly evolving, but there are so many ways to explore that, and I've outlined some of them. And it's something that I've deeply pursued for most of my life now.
I have personally seen it, so definitely, and that helped me to think in that direction. So I'm following that. Thank you.
One of the best pieces of advice I received from a very, very wise gentleman was, Naveen, if you want to grow, you need to travel. This was the days before the internet really became a mainstay. But I would say that still applies. I mean, I came off a flight on Sunday late evening, midnight, and I'm on a flight tomorrow to the US. I'm back on Sunday again. And then I take another flight at the end of the week. So I've never let travel be an obstacle. In fact, I've welcomed it. And it's allowed me to learn and explore new places and nurture new relationships.
And another thing, in long flights, you will have you can say undivided time or attention. You can learn. I learned from you when I was traveling with you.
Yeah, we traveled together.
It made me to read books in flight.
Correct.
So it is amazing. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Our next word is execution. Execution, I mean in terms of actions. So is execution where most plans fail? People make plan feasibilities. How do you personally ensure consistent execution of ideas within your organization, from strategy to ground level action?
So, fortunately, I was in my very early part of my career, I was exposed to Bechtel, large construction management project management organization. And there I learned my project management skills. I was exposed to some of the best people in the world. From there, I took a formal project management class. So I learned project management skills, including hard skills of scheduling and the rest of it. And really that project management mindset remains with me till this day. I look at things as a project. I ask of my team members to look at things as a project and outline the various steps with deadlines. Operational efficiency, I do not compromise on. So whether it's something as simple as answering your emails, being on top of your personal organization, that really has helped in terms of execution. To be able to, firstly, operational efficiency. The second is to sit down and say, okay, what are the risks to achieving the outcomes of this plan? And let's see how we can mitigate some of those risks, either through something as simple as getting insurance, having a plan B in case a certain machine doesn't arrive at a certain time. What's the plan B? And really having that mindset of constantly remaining on top of things. And if you can't remain on top of things, if I can't remain on top of things, then I should be brave enough to acknowledge that and allow someone else to do it. Right? So execution is absolutely critical. For me personally, it started from project management, but also the ability to know that when I'm not able to be on top of it, somebody else can, and make sure I empower them and align their interests with the interests of the organization.
And align your vision with their vision also. Yes. Many times I have seen in organization, people know a lot, but they don't do.
Yes.
By the time they start taking action, the opportunity has gone.
I mean, we've seen it, right? You and I, analysis paralysis. You keep analyzing, you keep talking, but there's no action.
Fear of failure and fear of criticism, making mistakes, all those things goes in the mind. That inspired me to write this book. Thank you. Thanks for sharing about execution. Next is navigation. In an ever-changing market, whether in Dubai or world, like the way things are, even one change in the world, it affects every part of the world. How do you navigate between evolving circumstances and staying true to your vision?
So the first thing is an acknowledgement that there are events that will happen in the world and in your life that are beyond your control. And it is no point firstly stressing over it, but acknowledging that those events do happen and they will have an impact on your business and your personal life. I have tended not to bet on world events in order to benefit my business, because world events, again, are beyond your control. Government policies are beyond your control. So the idea is to build a business that, regardless of which government in which country in the world is in power and what policies that affect, that your business remains competitive in its very model that it operates on. So external events, I have tended to not to bet on them, but at the same time remain very strategically agile. What I mean by that, people expect strategy to be a particular goal and we choose a path and we go there. For me, it's about strategic agility. So you and I had an opportunity which we never expected, which was to buy a company out of the UK. And how did we have a vision for that? No. Did we have a goal for that? No. But the opportunity presented itself because Brexit happened.
Absolutely.
So an external event happened, a company was made available in the UK. Now, that is when we had the mindset and the alignment where we said, let's be strategically agile, let's now pivot, jump on a plane, go and see if we can buy this company.
True.
Right? So it's important to be strategically agile regardless of what external events take place.
So it is inside-out approach, correct? Not outside-in.
Correct. Yeah. I would be very, very hesitant to allow global events. For example, let's say a particular government is in power and makes it very lucrative to set up an industry in that particular city or country. Be careful of that, particularly if those governments shift and policy shifts.
Immediately.
Right? So be careful of that. So really, in making those big decisions, ensure that you're making it not due to a factor of government policy or solely based on government policy, that the other fundamentals are in place.
True, very true. Yeah, it is always because the way world is changing now,
Yes.
it's beyond your control.
Exactly.
Yeah, very true. Next word is trust.
Yeah.
Now, I learned from my mentor, so even it is written here, trust is often called the currency of leadership or currency of business. How have you built and maintained trust across so many different stakeholders, employees, clients, partners, and community?
So this trust is really the bedrock of success. And that comes through integrity. It comes through sticking to your word, both in business and in personal life. In business, if you made a commitment to your customer, you do whatever is possible to stick to that commitment. And if you are unable to, you should have the courage and the honesty to say, look, this is what happened. These are the series of events that happened that that led to me failing to meet my commitment. Similarly, when you're talking to your staff and you made a commitment, or your team members or your leaders, it is your duty to stick to that commitment. I mean, I come from a background, a religious background, where duty trumps everything. And I get up every day and go to work to know that I have to fulfill my duty as a leader, as a father, as a son, as a husband, as a brother, as a partner. And it's that really drives me and creates trust. I recently sold a global business which had over 15 different shareholders in different markets. All had to be aligned for the sale, and I achieved that sale. And I'm very proud because I achieved it without without conflict. Everyone's still friends. And I had partners in New York, and they tell me till this day, Naveen, we don't know how you did it. You had people in the Arab world, people in Bahrain, people in America, people in New York, in different parts of America, and getting everyone aligned. And that was due to the trust that they had in me to run an honest process.
Absolutely.
And that's built over time, and it's built over actions that you need to demonstrate.
Yeah. I remember when we are in the formation stage of laminar industry, our tagline was or is where trust matters.
Exactly.
And that's what we came out after brainstorming.
Yes.
And then we have maintained that, and we
Yes.
are maintaining
Of
definitely.
course.
Yeah, trust is, I believe that trust is very important. Now, as someone who has not only built business empires, but also contributed to education through Arcadia, what is the legacy you hope to build for future entrepreneurs and leaders?
So it's interesting when one has to define their own legacy, right? Because one really doesn't have control over how people will remember you in the narrative that you will leave behind. Because that is a function of so many different things, particularly once you're gone. But really, my hope is that people remember me, whenever time comes to remember me, that people remember me as first and foremost a kind man. A man that was always there and giving when needed, and even when not needed. Also someone who hopefully inspired people to pursue their own journeys, own lifelong journeys, and created happiness to thousands of families. So, but really fundamentally, I want to be remembered as a kind man, and to really send the message out that leaders don't have to be authoritative and dictatorial and screaming and shouting every day, right? Leaders can be kind, they can be humble, and they should be, and still succeed.
Absolutely.
And really, that's the hope that I have in terms of the legacy that I wish to leave.
Absolutely, and I'm one of the person you have supported me
course.
to make a shift. Yeah,
I remember the day you decided to leave us, and I remember the event also where your father attended. It was a very emotional event.
Yeah, it was farewell.
Your farewell was probably the most, not probably, it was
the
most
emotional moment for me
farewell,
also.
for your father, for me. So many years together, and such a big decision, and such a high, what seemed like a high risk decision, right? And even for your father, right? That was not an easy time.
Yeah.
So that's the hope that I'm able to, and I never really stopped you.
true. Yeah,
right?
You supported me.
I supported you
all the way.
I said, in fact, I remember when you first came up the idea and you said, can I do this within the Leminar context? And I said, yes.
With part-time, and you allowed me. Yeah.
Yes.
So, it was all...
so if anything, I contributed to that journey, and I'm happy that you're happy.
No, it is 6 years now. I made this decision, but then it is a growth. Like, see, 30 years I have invested in HVAC when I became who I was. So I myself allowed that, okay, I need to allow at least 10 years to become who I want to be.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for Naveen for that. So for closing reflection, if you could give one piece of advice to entrepreneurs who are chasing success but feeling out of alignment in life, in business, what would that advice be?
So firstly, don't chase success for success. Success can come in various ways. So don't chase success for success. Chase a goal that you would define as success, but not success in itself. Try to ensure that your goal is not measured in terms of money. Measure in terms of life outcomes. I would be, and I know it's easier said than done, but I would be a lot happier if my children were in healthy, happy relationships than if I was a rich man.
True.
So you've got to weigh what's important to you in life, and work hard. Really work hard. And we were talking earlier, right? Where you would sit nights and work and study calculations, and it's important to work hard and put in the hours, and then success comes your way.
You will attract, correct?
You
Not
will
chase,
attract, exactly.
You will attract
You will
success,
attract success.
You will become a magnet of opportunities, basically. Not true?
Exactly.
Very true.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thanks, Naveen. Looking back at your own journey, what would you say was the most pivotal decision that helped you align your personal vision with your business success? So this is the last question we have.
I would say that in terms of my own decision, it was this idea. It was coming back to Dubai in 1993. In January 1993, when I came back to Dubai, right place, right time. I was fortunate enough that our current ruler had arrived on the scene as the Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and really the city never looked back since he came. And I was fortunate that I came at the same time and took the decision to come here. So I think choosing Dubai as my destination for my career has been the most pivotal decision of my life.
Thank you. Amazing, Naveen. Thank you. I have seen Dubai transformed since last 26 years. I'm in Dubai since 26 years. Out of 20 years, I got opportunity to work with you.
Thank you.
Learned a lot, became a different person that I never thought that I can be who I am today. So thanks for all this inspiration for entrepreneurs. We are going to include this part of interview in my book, which is the Alignment Code for Entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I'm sure your insights, your wisdom will inspire many other people in coming years. Thank you, Naveen. Thanks for all that. So this was some wisdom, some insights from Mr. Naveen Valrani, who has built a number of companies, number of businesses, and now he is focusing more on education, 𝐻𝐸𝐴 education, because education is the key. When you prepare young entrepreneurs, young generation for future, you are doing a lot better to the world. Thank you. Thanks, Naveen.
Thanks.
Thanks.